All right, so today I'm going to be working on building a backtrack for the song I Thank God. We're going to be doing this for a middle school camp, and the band for this section or for this session is a little bit smaller. It's just a drummer, a keyboard, acoustic guitar, and two vocals. So when I'm thinking about I Thank God, I want to make sure I capture that like raw energy without having electric guitars and multiple other instruments to fill it out. So I'm going to be working on that. So here we go. So the first thing I do is I have this thing set up. I'm using the session view instead of the arrangement view because it allows me to move things around and also build the song in sections. So I'm going to build it like verse one and then verse two, instrumental, chorus, things like that, building it piece by piece. That way I can just copy and paste sections going forward. It also means that as we get, into the moment, and we're doing the rehearsal and we think we need to change something, I don't have to like rearrange the entire timeline for a session. I can just drag and drop a scene. So it's really pretty convenient. Um, I think if I was doing like more like detailed production for like a concert or something like that, maybe the arrangement view would make sense because it's going to be a little bit more worked out. But in a live worship setting, this seems to work really well for me and it gives me a lot of flexibility. So I have the click going already. Let me get a limiter so I can get this loud enough. Okay. Okay, so I have my click track here, and every new scene change, I want to start with a lower click, which sounds like that, and then the underlying click is going to be this higher click. This helps me to know as I'm listening to the tracks, like when the track scene changes. So if I feel a little bit unsure, I can know like, okay, boom, that means a new scene started. Because I'm not obviously looking at the tracks. The band isn't looking at the tracks when it's playing. I have some leftover stuff here from another session. So I'll have that downbeat click, and I want my count up just to be 2 bars. I have pre-saved in a drum rack several different guide
Intro,
cues.
verse, chorus, bridge, drop, tag, end.
That seems to be enough for what I need to do. Those are all just my voice, just saying it into a microphone, and then I pitch it up so that it cuts through the sound a little bit more. So I'm gonna start with that, 2 bars, and then intro.
Verse, intro,
And just keep it clean. I'll just, oops, drag this in. Okay. Then the way I change scenes is, oh wait, I should have done that here. The way I change scenes is on the main master channel. If you click on each scene, down here you have some features you can use. And Ableton recently built this in to the session view, so you can progress from scene to scene using a certain action. It's easiest enough to just have it go to next. That usually is kind of how the progress goes, and then you can have it go to the longest clip, which could usually work. Theoretically, that would be fine, but to me, it's just a little bit more secure to know like I'm gonna use this many measures and then progress to the next scene. Just because like you don't know necessarily when you're copying and pasting things around if the clips are gonna be quite right. And this helps me just know, okay, I'm gonna get it right. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna press play on the intro scene. It's gonna do 2 bars with the intro cue, and then it's gonna go into verse 1.
intro,
And now we're on verse 1. Okay. So with any song that I do in a worship setting, I like to have just an underlying pad at all times. So something like that. Something in the mid range that's gonna give the band something to highlight as we listen to the tracks, so we kind of know where it's tracking with the backtracks. But it's also something that's gonna sort of blend into the background for the listener, just kind of glue the whole thing together. So I'm going to start with a MIDI clip there. You just double click on the box to add the clip in there. Over here, you have all kinds of information. On the clip length, you just make it match however long the section's going to be. For the intro, it's only 2 bars, so I'm just going to set it to 2 bars, and we're good to go. Now you can see this window here is all the space we have to create some notes. If you double click or right click, you can open up the grid. I like to put it at the biggest grid I need. In this case, like a bar is plenty. This just means it's like easier for me to work through the process. Now, when I go to put the MIDI clips in, I just click at the beginning of the clip, and then I play the notes that I want to play, and they show up in red right here. And then hold those down, and then press arrow right, and it adds the clip in. There's some benefits to this. One, I can like listen to what I like and see what is the best fit without having to like figure it out on the fly. And I can also get velocity data. So see how I got, those notes are slightly different in velocity. It means one note's going to stand out a little bit more than the other. And I find that really helpful because if I try to just put it in by myself, like I used to do it like this, and sometimes if I don't have a MIDI keyboard, I have to do it that way. But you notice that they're all at the same velocity, and it ends up being a lot less musical for the moment. So I just hold down those two notes I want, and that's going to be my intro.
Intro.
Perfect. So looking at the chord chart for I Thank God, we have the intro with the underlying D, and then it goes to that. So I'm going to do sort of a reduction of that here, and it's going to be a 4-bar loop, I believe. So let's do that. 4 bars, and here we go. Same pattern, right click, 1 bar, selecting here. And I want to highlight that F sharp because that's in the melody. I think I need a smaller subdivision. So it's going to be
Intro.
So I can just drag these out. Why is it doing that? Oops. Okay, sorry, I was messing with the. Okay, so we got.
Intro.
Sorry.
Intro. Intro.
Perfect. So now I need to make this match.
Intro. Verse.
There we go.
Verse.
Okay, and we're gonna
Verse.
duplicate this
Intro.
and redo the intro because I guess this should be called the count off. Because we need a longer one there.
Intro.
The second one we're gonna go to the verse.
Verse.
So we get
Intro. Intro.
repeat it.
Intro.
That didn't work. What did I do?
Intro. Intro.
Why isn't it going to the next scene?
Intro. Intro.
Oh, okay, that's why. I need to change it to 4 bars instead of 8 bars. That makes sense.
Intro.
4 bars, enter. Okay, now it should work.
Intro.
There we go.
Verse.
Okay, perfect. So that's the setup for the intro. I'll probably just use those. I might add some percussion in later, but for now, we're just going to stick with that. I have some leftover percussion clips here. Oh, I actually kind of like that. Let me just copy that for the intro.
Intro. Intro. Verse.
Yeah, that works. Okay. So again, the backtracks are going to be an extension of the band. That's the philosophy. So I want to kind of hear the stuff that I can't get to right away when I'm playing live, or the stuff I don't want to think about when I'm playing live, that I want to have in the production at all times. So there we go. Okay, now we're gonna go to the verse. The verse is pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna start a new clip just because I think it's gonna be a little simpler. I think I need to go 8 bars on this one. And let's make sure that this click is long enough here. 8 bars, yeah, we're good. And
Intro. Verse.
oh,
Chorus. Bridge. Chorus. Verse. Intro. End. Drop. Tag.
I just realized the song was a pre-chorus, and I do have a pre-chorus clip somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Maybe I can find it really quick. I must have lost it somewhere. Okay, I'll have to make a pre-chorus clip. For now, I'm just going to use tag, I think.
Tag.
That'll work. Okay, so verse 1. We have D. Then we got a G chord. Back to a D. I think that's wrong. Try that again. Okay, I think I understood it.
Tag.
Okay, cool. We're gonna go 16 bars actually. 16 bars. Duplicate that. Here we go. 16 bars. And then here, 16 as well. So I gotta make sure that those 3 sections line up.
Tag.
There we go. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, perfect. That's feeling good. So I'd like to just kind of get the underlying structure, because um, once I get the arrangement built out, then it's really easy to kind of enhance it and add the energy development. But the hard work is really just the structure of getting everything put together. So here we go. Let's keep rolling. Okay, 8 bars. 8 bars, I believe. I was not alone. Okay, I think it's 8 bars. So we're gonna build this out here. There you go. I just love that workflow because I was able to do 8 bars in like 10 seconds. Just knowing the chord progression pretty quickly. So that was great. Let's hear what it sounds like. Here, let's try to get it.
Chorus.
Nice. Okay. I think that on this one, I want to add in the bass patch. So same thing, 8 bars. It's gonna go, let's shoot a quarter note, I think. Okay, yeah. No, it's an A, sorry. Try that again. Perfect. Now this patch was a little bit brighter than I wanted, or a little bit too much attack. So I'm gonna soften that a little bit here. There we go. So we add that in there. Maybe add the tambourine in as well. No tambourine yet.
Chorus.
Okay, good. Now I'll go back to the pad as our structure. And we're going to go 16, I believe. And this one's a fun chord progression. Okay, so this one might be interesting because I think it cuts a bar. Place my feet on a solid ground. I thank the Savior. I thank the Master. Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be an interesting, like, odd number. Is he in my heart? Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit of a longer clip. So sometimes if I'm trying to kind of hear if it's setting up right, I'll just scooch the start clip up to where I wanted to hear, so I can punch in and hear that. That way I can make sure I just build it out right. Heal, oh, see, heal my heart and change my life. Forever free, I'm not the same. I take the Savior, I thank the Master, I think. Okay, good. So we're gonna be at 12 bars. And of course we got to do the drop off there. So I'm gonna cut this to a half a measure and so that it fades out at the end there. Perfect. Okay, since this is kind of an odd time, I'm gonna make sure I get this done right the first time. So 12 bars. There we go. 12 bars. Duplicate these ones.
Verse. Intro. Verse. Intro. End. Intro.
And then go to the intro. Okay. Now let's just option drag this clip over here. That way I can have the right structure. And then I'm gonna just delete. What am I gonna do? Delete the top ones. And then I'm just gonna drag. Yeah. I think. Okay, so that's the chord progression. And I can just duplicate that and then cut that in half. So here we go. Awesome. So now we've got up to the first chorus. So now what we can do is copy from the intro all the way to the chorus. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and delete all these outstanding sessions from before. So now I can copy all these scenes because we're just going to duplicate those, right? It's the exact same thing. Now we're just going to end up changing the dynamics. So I'm going to just Command D and duplicate that. And now I've got the exact same things, which is nice because now everything is lined up the way it needed to be lined up without having to like do a bunch of work. So back to the intro. Of course, we're going to need a bass patch in there now because we got the energy going. Luckily, this is just a long D. So I'm just going to go have that thing hold through.
Intro.
Okay. Uh-oh. That's not right. Okay, we're just going to try to reopen this. I think it got confused. Okay, here we go.
Intro.
Okay, that was weird. Ableton like freaked out. I don't know what that was about, but we're just gonna roll with it. So now we're getting back into the the second half of the song. I think I just want to do one interlude.
Intro.
Yeah, back into the verse. So I'll take out intro too.
Intro.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna take the bass out again because I think it'll create a nice energy lift when we get to the second verse. So that's fine. So, do I need anything else here? What does it sound like if I do this double speed? Ooh. Okay, maybe not yet.
Chorus.
Cause you picked me up, turned me out, bruised my feet on second. I think say, I think I'm That's not right. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I got ahead of myself a little bit. Okay, so thinking about that double time shaker, I don't know. Is it too much? Hmm. I don't know. I think it's nice. I think I need the tambourine in there to offset it a little bit. Oh, shoot. It's like once you go faster, it's so hard to go back to that lower energy.
Intro.
Oh yeah. That feels really good. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was gonna work, but at that moving to that pre-chorus there, the extra speed. Okay. Am I doing the wrong one this whole time? Nice. Okay. So let's add in some more pads in this pre-chorus. I think that's where the energy is going to build up because the verse 2 kind of drops. Oops, sorry. Verse 2 kind of drops. But pre-chorus 2 really needs to build up. Okay, I'm hearing something. Let me see if I can find this. I like that. Can I just write this out? No, I think it's 16th. Okay. Try to get this pattern here. I Yeah, it's like a dance beat almost. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So I'm just gonna use that grid and just, let's see, can I do this? Highlight all these and then option drag them up. Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's great. So I'm just copying and pasting that note rhythm, and then I'm just clicking on all the notes together, option drag, so I maintain that pattern up, which is kind of sweet. So let's see what we got. That's awesome. Okay, more movement maybe. Da, da, da. Okay. Okay, I think I need these ones to pop up though. So we're gonna select these ones, add an interval 7 tones above. Oops, not 2. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm just gonna go up one. Okay. Oh, that is actually really cool. Just duplicate that. Okay. So the second half of this, I think I need to go. I want to have like a ba ba ba, and the chords change a little bit. Okay, it's just this one, and maybe just like take it up every one. Yeah, that's really cool. Just hear this last part. I'll just show it to you. Just this one. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so now we need something on the chorus. Pick me up, turn me around. Yeah, I'll just keep that same thing in there. But the different chords. Starting to wonder if I should just play this. Pick me up. Pick me Okay, I think I just need to like start over. Okay, I'm gonna just try to record this and then edit it later because I don't think I'm gonna get it right. So, nope. See what kind of. Okay, that's kind of sloppy, but here we go. 16th note subdivision. Oops. And then let's just see if I can quantize this if I was good enough. It's not looking great, guys. It's okay though. 16th note, quantize, also the ends. Okay, this could be worse. I needed those notes and I was having a long time getting them. Okay, so this might be a little bit tedious, but we're gonna go for it. I think this adds actually a fair amount of energy to the song. And again, like my philosophy is to have the tracks enhance the band and then keep the energy where it needs to be. That makes it feel like we're listening to the recording, but like it's obviously not anywhere near the recording. But I just find like when you try to mimic the recording, you just can't do it. There's just too many elements that you're not aware of. And even like the bands themselves aren't going to do it the same way every time. So why even try? Yep. Yep. That's it. Okay, this is actually better once I got into it. I wish I could just like tell Ableton this 16th, 3/16th, 3/16th, 4/16th, 3/3. Like I wish I could tell them like 3/3, 4/3/3 pattern, and then just like do that, quantize to a more complicated pattern. Because like in this scenario, that would save me a ton of time. Because I do need it to go all the way to the end so that it has the full resonance. But I'm just taking the time to fix it, and it's gonna be okay. Okay, all these ones are just a beat off. Boom. Make these all match up. Okay, how did this go? Okay. Okay. You know what? That actually worked. So we're going to go 12 bars. Duplicate all this. And then cut the last two out. The thing is, like, especially with a song like I Thank God, is at a tempo that it's kind of hard to play fast. Like, you need that quicker subdivision, but like on guitars, like that's really hard to play those 16th notes. So the track can help create that busyness and energy so that I can just kind of or just kind of be open on the piano. And like if I'm leading worship, having the ability to have more space from the instrument I'm playing on lets me think more about what I'm singing and how I'm leading the group that I'm leading versus like being really focused on the playing. So I try to push a lot of that rhythmic stuff into the tracks if I can, or to a non-vocalist, so that when I'm playing like the keys, something like that, I can just like I don't have to be like don't have to be doing all that because I have it coming somewhere else. So um I feel like I can maintain the energy without having to do so much. Nice. Okay, we're cruising along here. It's proving to be kind of a uniquely challenging backtrack to build. Okay, so then let's go back to the intro for a minute here. I think we need this faster 16th note. We can't go back without that.
Intro.
Okay, so now we're up to the bridges. And before we do that, I think I want to try something with this tambourine. I'm going to try triggering it as a sample instead of using a loop. Because right now I have a loop going, which is fine, but I don't want to want to hear I don't want to hear chinkum 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 chinkum. I just want to hear ching 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 ching. So I'm going to just put this on one of the places. My music samples, I have these pre-saved tambos. Let's find a big one. I like that. It has like a very organic feeling to it. And it might help to have a second one in there just to layer it. Let's see. And these are just going to be straight up quarter notes. Yep, I like it. Okay, a little quieter, please. Okay, that feels good. A little reverb will create the ambience so that it feels like it's like chinging. That's a word I just made up. Chinging. I want that ching to go longer. Reverb.
Intro.
Okay, not bad. Pick me up, turn me around.
Intro.
Get those early reflections up. Oops. Or just all the reflections. Okay, so I'm just going to copy that. Everywhere else I had a tambourine. And since I'm a maniac, I'm going to just try doing the same thing I did with this one. And doing it. Oh, that's it. How tight that is. Oh, that's the money. That felt so good. Hold up. Listen to this. Oh,
Chorus.
I don't know. Sure what I'm doing here. I kind of want to like. Can I make like a customized? I want it to be like chicka 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 like this. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, Command J, copy that right there. Yep. You hear that hocket between the two tambourines? I think I need to go less reverb. Yep, tighter decay. That's good. It's close, but I need to go back here because this. Why is that not heavy as heavy? For some reason that accent was not as big. Yeah, I need the second one to be bigger. That one needs to be really big. So I'm just gonna clip gain that one like 3 dB. Maybe this one too. So it's like chicka 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 chicka. Yep. Or maybe maybe it should be like chicka chicka chicka. So this one should be even bigger. Oops, like 4 dB. This one can be 2. Okay, let's try this. Yep, that's enough. Okay, let me just copy that over so I can keep that later because I had to edit it if I wanted to change it later. Oops. What did I just do? Command Shift J, what does that do? Whatever. Okay. I like it. I think I did something. Yeah, that's nice.
Chorus.
Yeah, I did something seriously to screw this up. Oh no.
Intro. Intro.
Yep.
Verse.
Yep.
Chorus.
Change my name.
Intro.
Master, I thank God.
Intro.
Okay, yeah. I think that's good. Like we're up to the second verse and we're and that kind of like chick 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 kind of a steadier feel. And so then verse 2 is going to drop down and then pre-chorus 2. Maybe I should keep the tambourine for just the chorus.
Chorus.
Yeah.
Intro. Intro.
Yep. That's good.
Intro.
Okay. So now we're going to go to the bridge. Hang with me.
Intro. Verse. Chorus. Bridge.
Okay. So now I got that key switch to the bridge. Okay. It's a lot of patches. This song is oops. This song has a lot of patches. So for the bridge, we pretty much have like two sections. One is like D root chord all the way through. Oh wait, no. My wife and I decided we weren't going to do this one. We were not going to do the Hell Lost Another One I'm Free. Because it is a little bit. a little bit graphic. Like, side comment. I do like the freedom of that lyric. I do like the freedom of that lyric. But it is a little bit, I don't know, there's like a shock factor to it that I don't know if it like necessarily helps you unless you're in that emotional state. So like in the recording, it feels like, I don't know if this was like a spontaneous thing or if it was planned, but it feels like there was a feeling in the space that was like, hell lost another one, I am free. And we're just able to run with that. That kind of a thing though, I think you can really disconnect because it's like, it's so vivid, it's so graphic, and it's so like experiential. So it's not like something necessarily like, it's easier to have a lyric about worship that's like vivid about the greatness of God or something like that. But when it's just like, I don't know. So I tend to kind of avoid that. So we're not gonna do that part. So probably what we'll do is drop down to that verse of that intro.
Bridge.
Probably drop down on that bridge or that intro and let the energy kind of simmer for a second. So I'm just gonna do more intros probably.
Bridge.
And that's gonna go intro.
Bridge. Chorus. Verse. Intro. Bridge.
Okay. And then from here, I'm just gonna walk it back up, right? So I'll probably just go chorus.
Bridge.
Pick me up, turn me around. Yeah, I like that.
Bridge. Chorus.
So again, this is the freedom. Now that I've built everything, now I can just drag things around until I like how it feels, right? So maybe I'll take the bass out here for a second. Pick me up. Maybe I'll take the tambourine out. Pick me up, turn me around. Maybe do the fast tambourine. Pick me up. No, slow tambourine. Slow shaker. Pick me up, turn me around. Place my feet on a solid ground. I thank the Savior. I thank the Master. Cause he healed my heart. Okay, we're gonna call this build chorus. And I'm gonna add in the dun, 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 but I'm gonna take out the first half of it. So I've just copied that track over and then delete all of that. So that, I don't usually like to do this way, but it'll work for now. So it's gonna come in the second half. I do the same thing for the bass. And then I go to the big chorus. So it'll be, let me make sure I get this cue right.
Intro. Verse. Chorus.
Chorus. So okay, actually I think I want to do this again. I'm just gonna create one more pad, just because I think this will help create some momentum. But I need to change the sound of this one. So I'm gonna look for a preset that I have. This is gonna be really bright at first, but I can fix it. I like that. That's the problem. What is that? I like it, actually. I was gonna pitch the whole thing up. There we go. No, that was not right. Honestly, this works. Okay, so getting a little bit more into the details here, but I think it'd be nice to have on this build chorus a pad that slowly swept open. Yeah, so I'm gonna automate that line here in the. I'm gonna automate it here in the envelopes. So just use envelopes. Down here you have all your options. Hit the wavetable and then filter one frequency, or I just open this up here. And you just click on what do you want to automate. If I click around. So I'm gonna start down here. Why not? Build it up. I think it's got like a long, yeah, I don't need that. It's kind of cool.
Chorus.
Yeah, it's a cool little build. It's like a bit of an EDM build, but you know what? We're gonna rock it. We're gonna rock it. And then I'm gonna just do the same thing, but I don't want to copy this one over because I don't want to copy that. Maybe I do actually. Yeah, I'm gonna copy it over. And then I'm just gonna go in here and make sure that I get the right frequency. So 3.1, I'll just take that one out. Take that one out. Now we're good. Okay. I think there we go.
Chorus.
Okay. We're almost done. I'm going to just make sure I get this little line. Dun. Something like that. Dun, 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 dun. So we got. Oops. That work? Yep.
Chorus.
I need one more. Yeah. Okay. I think that's the whole thing. So we would just play through the whole thing now, shall we? If you made it this far, you might as well get a chance to hear the whole thing all the way through. So there may be some. Let's double check. Let's see. That's gonna go. That's just the ending. We'll figure the ending later.
Chorus. Verse. Intro. And drop. End.
Okay. Should say intro, chorus, chorus, intro, intro, chorus. That should say tag. Intro. Wait, that should say verse.
Intro. Verse.
This one should say intro. Let's say chorus. That should say tag. Should say verse, intro, intro. Okay, let's go from the top.
Intro. Intro. Verse.
And there you go. That's a backtrack to I Thank God, all built at once. Thanks for watching.